I'm the top dog, Eileen Proctor, here with another episode of Hair of the Dog on VLP TV. That's Villa La PAWS Cage-Free Pet Resort and Spa. And I'm joined this month with Michaela Muncy, and she is a groomer at Villa La PAWS on Shea. Michaela, thanks so much for being here with us.
Thank you.
Hey, we've talked with you in the past about so many different topics, and I'm going to do one now that people may, if you're eating, you may want to turn this off and turn it back on later, because I'd like to talk to you this month about anal glands. Now, I don't know if you're aware of this, but the top dog herself one time wanted to become a dog groomer. And I thought it was going to be the greatest career in the world. And then I got to the training on anal glands, and I went, better to pay for it, trust me, it's true. Talk to me about that. Anal glands, what exactly are they?
They're actually two sacs that are on either side of the rectum. There's two of them that fill up with a liquid, which is anal glands. It's a natural secretion. Most dogs will secrete it when they go to the restroom, and most of them will do it naturally. There are, however, some that need help having it done by a professional.
Gotcha. Now, when you say they do it themselves, is that when we see the dog scooting on our nice, clean white carpet? Is that how they express it?
That's the dog trying to.
Okay.
That's when you know that they're full and they do need to be expressed, and that's the dog trying to. They're trying to basically figure out how to get it out.
Okay.
It doesn't necessarily get it out, they're just trying to.
Okay.
That's just your indication that you need to get them.
So how do they naturally express it themselves? When they go to the bathroom?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's
Did
just
I warn you to turn this off until after you're done eating?
they release small amounts normally when they go to the bathroom.
Okay.
And it's just a natural thing that just happens. Most of the time, the dogs that are able to do that are larger breed dogs.
Huh.
For whatever reason, larger breed dogs generally do not ever have to have it done. Some do, there are exceptions to the rule, but most of them don't. Most of your small dogs, however, though, do have trouble expressing them naturally themselves.
Okay, and that is a service that is done automatically at Villa La PAWS. That's part of the service, correct?
Yes.
Gotcha. So, when you are expressing anal glands, you're getting rid of that, the secretion. What would happen if you didn't express the anal glands? What would happen to the dog?
Normally, a normal healthy anal gland, when it's expressed, is like a very thin liquid. It should not be thick. What happens is, as it sits in there, it actually starts to thicken up. And when it thickens up, that means it can't be expressed, and it becomes very painful for the dog. And it becomes too thick to be expressed, and then they have to go in surgically and actually, it's called becoming impacted. And then we can't do anything about it, and they have to surgically release.
And sometimes they actually remove the anal glands if it's a recurring problem.
Yeah, if they do have an issue with their anal glands, some vets will suggest just to have them removed. They don't necessarily need them. It's not for any purpose. It actually was for wild animals. It's for scenting, is basically what it's for. Our pet dogs don't actually need it, so it's no harm in removing them. But if you don't have to, I mean, obviously, don't. Yeah. But if it is a problem, it's not an issue to have it removed because they don't.
You know, Michaela, sometimes I find that my dog has kind of a strange odor, and I think it's coming from the tail area. Does that have to do with the anal glands? It
can. If a dog gets frightened or if they get extremely upset, a lot of dogs will accidentally express their anal glands, and it's an extremely powerful smell, and a lot of people don't realize that's what happened, but that's exactly what happened.
Is that like a skunk? I think that it sounds like a skunk, except they do it on purpose.
It can be. It's totally by accident with dogs, but same concept, yeah. If they get frightened or upset, they just kind of accidentally release it.
Gotcha. Okay, so how often would you suggest that a dog have its anal glands, if it doesn't have a problem, or a recurring problem, have their anal glands expressed?
And like you said, it depends. We have some dogs that need it done weekly. We have most of your average dogs need it done every 6 to 8 weeks, just along with your normal grooming. Some people do come in between groomings. If you have a dog that they're full every time they come in, sometimes we'll recommend you bring them in halfway through, so we can do it again in between groomings. It just kind of all depends on your dogs, but the average dog, 6 to 8 weeks.
Yeah, that's what I love about the groomers at Villa La PAWS. They actually look to see what some issues are and warn you, warn you in advance, so that you don't have that problem sneak up on you.
Sure.
And that's especially true, sneaking up behind the dog with his anal gland. But anyway, so what else have we not asked you about this very sensitive topic that you think that our viewers would like to know?
Just basically, I would just say that, you know, obviously I don't know how many people would try to do it themselves, but I would highly recommend you don't. It is, unless you know how to do it, it's something that you have to really learn how to do. It's not necessarily easy once you're learning it. I would definitely leave it to a professional to do it, because we know what we're doing and what we're looking for.
Right.
And most owners, even if you were to try to, you really can't do it on your own.
So let me ask you a question. Are you used to doing it yet?
I am. It took a little getting used to, but you'd be surprised at how used to stuff we get.
Yeah, I'm quite sure. Well, there you go. Listen, VLP TV, topics you never would have thought that you wanted to know about, but you hear about them anyway, because it's all about the care and love of your pet. So, Michaela, thank you for tackling a very sensitive topic in a quite sensitive way. We appreciate it. And for all you parents out there who are watching your dog scoot by you right now, get him in, Villa La PAWS. We'll take care of that for you. So, I think that's it. Sorry about that. We are done with another wonderful episode of Hair of the Dog.
That was awesome.
Okay, I have composed myself. That does wrap up another wonderful edition of Hair of the Dog on VLP TV. I am the Top Dog Eileen Proctor. This is Michaela Muncy, and if you have any other questions about grooming, please make sure that you call the number on your screen and she'll be glad to help you. We'll see you next month with another fun and fur-filled fact session on Hair of the Dog.